Hey everyone, Kane here. Making a new player guide was in my to-do list for a while. Pretty much everything in this video will be made and explained so people would understand why this is needed. Keep in mind, if this video is made, let's say, in April, a few months after this, some things may change. You can always watch this and drop by our Discord, that I will leave a link down in the description below, and ask if these things that you heard in the video are still viable or not. To begin, the first thing you need to know when starting the game: SSR units matter a lot. Not all of them, some of them. There are specific units that can score you very high in some PvE rankings that in return unlock more daily rewards, resources, gold per day, which in return can increase your power faster, make you rank more in PvP content, such as Arena, and that will earn you more diamonds daily and weekly. Keep in mind, many players do have their own opinions, what is good and what is bad for them. This video will be made from my own experience, what helped me and for how long. I was VIP 8, beating VIP 12 players, and for the most of the time now, I was VIP 10 beating VIP 13 players who have Sandro, the currently strongest hero, without having any faction leader, or any of my core awakenings, while the Necropolis faction had to as well. So that aside, SSR. There is one of them, that is a must to have, to get a good start in the game. The name of the unit is Devil. Now some people will be against this, and say I don't know what I am talking about. Many people say this unit is trash, and many other things. But this unit alone will set your account for a very good future. The event, called Dwarven Treasury, is giving out a lot of resources daily. And to max out the rewards, to gain highest level resources, you either need a paid hero, or you need this unit. Nothing else can reach higher ranks in this event, even after playing the game for a while, up to level 80 plus. Still cannot get as high. Devil alone can max your obtainable rewards. Daily resources turn to daily upgrades, that turn to stronger formation, more variety, or stronger rosters, which also turn into more power. Devil, also, is one of the 2 units that do damage in Dragon Invasion. An event that has a leaderboard, from which you get chests, that can give you diamonds. Also by ranking higher, you get more awards for your artifact upgrades. This unit alone covers you into events. And if you focus this faction in general, the faction itself has probably one of the best free units in the game, that can pull you very far in the game. So keep that in mind. Giant is one more SSR that can be used in a few events, where he can help you quite a bit. He is needed for Crypt, as is needed for Dragon Invasion. He is probably the best, or second best unit that can do damage in the Dragon Invasion. Crypt does not give many resources for your upgrades, and Storm Elemental, an SR unit, can pretty much score high rankings in that particular event, so this unit is only really needed for Dragon Invasion. Can be good in some other PvE content, but Devil takes the priority over this, as Crypt gives only books, while Dwarven Treasury gives basic resources. And those are the priority. When it comes to other SSR units, there are some others that are decent, but only in specific things. For example, Angel. He is probably the best utility unit currently in the game. In his kit, you have a revive, field-wide heal, based on your ally max HP %, also a 3-man stun. No other units have these currently. When it comes to events, this unit is good in PvP, and good in some other PvE content, but not breathtaking, as in those events, you can just borrow Angel from your guild members, and it will perform almost like it would be yours, as the % skills work from your own units, and not the Angel being stronger. This is probably your second best SSR to begin a game with. He is not good in events that will net you daily rewards, but he is good to get you through some stages in particular events. From the making of this video, a few days back, Black Dragon has been released into Global. Looks like he could also do some damage in Dragon Invasion, but because I have not tested it myself, I cannot say whether he can or not. When it comes to the unit, he may be a good tank for a while. However, acquiring dungeon roster scrolls is a very huge pain. In 4 days I received only 2 scrolls. So my dungeon roster is on the basic level, whereas all other available factions can be developed very fast and efficient. Dungeon cannot. So keep in mind if you get this unit, he is cool, but he can be weak very fast. When it comes to frontline SSR units, that is Behemoth and Black Dragon right now. They are good for the first weeks in the game, but then they get outscaled by R and SR units that you can make 6-star very easily, and then do their potential. If you get any of these 2 tanks to 5-star or so, they will perform quite well for you. If you can't, you should replace them with something a lot better. Physic Elemental will be a free SSR unit in the future. By free, I mean there will be events, such as 3 servers fighting each other for territory. You will get event currency from there, and you can buy its shards for free. I believe there will be 1 or 2 more events, which can give you those shards for free. This unit is probably one of the weakest SSR, but it has a reliable stun, and can be used to pass some stages in events, but overall, not a very useful unit. Bone Dragon, it is decent, but I am not sure if it is good in most of the formations. It is part of the Necropolis faction. This faction is mostly for paid players, as most of the core units are behind a paywall. This unit is needed for passing some stages in events, but not entirely sure if it is a must-have for you to play. You can borrow it from your guild members in those events. Any other units are either bad or underperform at 3 stars. Certain formations may need those, for example, Kilgar and the Behemoth unit. So be aware that, if you are willing to spend money, there are other options for you, but this video is more suited towards low spenders. You can always drop by our Discord and ask around. Don't get me wrong, you can increase the stars of these units, but they cost a lot of diamonds to do so. When you will find a comfortable place, where you won't drop far from arena ranks, you would be okay with your artifacts, and so on, you should start saving your diamonds until a unit specific altar appears, and you can draw that unit shards. To make a unit from 3 stars to 6 stars, you need a total of 85,000 diamonds. You do not need to draw them all in one altar though. I raised my devil from 3 to 5 star in just one event from saving. I made a video on that on my channel, you can also check it out. For now, a quick brief on the events that are in the game. You will unlock these at certain levels. Dwarven Treasury is an event where you need defensive, offensive, cavalry units to kill as much dwarfs as possible before the time runs out. There are 2 ways to go about this event. As mentioned above, you need Devil, who can give you maximum rewards all the time, top ranks in the event. Or, you can buy a hero named Sandro. His spell, Darkest Hours, can clear all the dwarfs every few seconds. However, this hero is paid, and costs $100. Any other units, heroes, are only able to clear the field very slowly, thus not granting you the highest rewards, and most of the time, will only grant you the resources of lower levels. Crypt is an event where you need ranged and caster units to kill as much zombies as possible before the time runs out. In this event, we only use one hero, named Jello. Why him? It is because there are 2 units that can do a lot of damage in the event, and one of them is easy to get. Even free-to-play players can get it without any luck involved. The unit is called Storm Elemental. Once you get it, and upgrade him a little bit, you will be able to obtain maximum rewards with ease. If you seek top 3 or higher, you will need to invest into this unit, and most likely, get Giant to the team as well. Not always the case for some servers, but both of these can do a lot of damage in this event. The reason, their basic attacks do not have a distance to travel before they reach the enemy. That means, once the basic attack is cast, it instantly reaches the enemy, whereas, all others, they do the basic attack animation, and then the arrow, or fireball, is flying to the enemy and hitting it 1 second or so after. You can see that in the video clips I have shown here. You use one, or both of these units at the bottom row, that is where I was receiving the best scores, and use Frenzy and Precision on both of them, all the time. And they will be your top damage. Shipyard. This is a feature per se, and not an event, but I want to add this here shortly, as this is a tip for beginners. This is your main source for your unit shards. R and SR rank units. I have made a video on my channel about it, and explained it in full there. You might wanna check it there. Dragon Invasion is an event where you need a lot of specific units to do damage on the boss and rank in the leaderboard, you and your guild. Event starts afternoon and finishes in the evening, so you have a lot of time to enter. In this event you need specific units, heroes, and certain formations. I have also made some videos on my channel about this and explained it, also used most if not all units, and still do, as in the video. So you may want to check it out as well. Guild and Guild Adventure. In this event, or feature, you might say, you want to be in one of the top guilds, as this will be one of your main sources of diamond income. You can earn diamonds from red packets in the guild. They reset at the same time your arena resets, which is every evening. People can donate red packets, as well as, you gain diamonds for weekly quests and daily water wheel building in the guild. Your guild only needs to activate it once, and all of the guild members will get the diamonds daily, and the core of your weekly guild diamonds will be in the Guild Adventure Underground. In here, you will need to stay in one of the cities to generate diamonds per hour. You only gain diamonds if you stay in that city yourself. If your guild has more than one city, it does not matter. So make sure you prioritize guild from the very beginning, as this is a must for all players. Arena is an event where you need to beat players to rank on a ladder. You can earn diamonds daily in this event. However, as you begin the server, the paying players will always have an edge on you, but if you plan your formation wisely from just a few days in the server, you can be even top 10 in the arena. And yes, I have seen VIP 0 in top 10 arena. I have seen even plenty of low VIP. It is just a matter of choice, the units you pick. Most of the players pick very weak units, most of them being 9x, because they get a lot of their shards free early in the game. And then those units get outscaled by those who are very weak when you just get them. For instance, Demon is probably the best non-SSR tank in the game, or one of the best. But instead of getting this unit, many people pick Ogre or Iron Golem because they provide some team-wide buffs. Personally, I would stick with Demon every time if you play Inferno. He does not die easily. More so than not, this unit is the last to die on your field, at least, for me. Another example would be the unit named Rock. He is very weak in the early levels, but this unit is very strong once upgraded. This is not me saying you should prioritize these, but this was an example of two units that are weak when you get them, but become very strong as the game goes on. Conflux Plane is an event where you need to play around specific skills that the bosses have. For example, Chaos Plane, the boss needs to be stunned for you to do damage on it. Fire Plane, one boss will only take damage from double strike skills that some units have, and the other boss will take only magic damage. And the Ice Conflux here, you need to have units on your field that can do burn or bleed damage, as the boss enters in a shield mode, where you need these 2 debuffs to destroy the shield and keep damaging the boss. In this clip, I am using Centaur, Ifriti, and Pegasus, who need to destroy the shield of this ice demon. Most of these stages require strong units, so if you cannot pass a stage, keep in mind that you may be underpowered to pass it through. Now comes down to heroes. What heroes are good? Previously, this big blue guy here was the spotlight of the servers. He was the strongest free-to-play hero, until many people complained about him and then he got his HP percent damage removed from his 4 stars. Now, he is okay. He isn't the best, but he can do plenty of things when needed. If you think of upgrading him, do it only to 2 or 3 stars. Until he is fixed, there is no point in making him 4 stars, and I think it decreased my damage when I did so. Jello. This hero is used for many events. As a hero itself, he is not good in PvP, as it kills your own units, and enemy mages usually end up completely killing them after that. You still need this hero, but raise him only on the side. for your needs on the events mentioned earlier. When it comes to paid heroes, it more or less depends on particular stages in the game. Mages very early on, that do incredible amounts of damage, are better than heroes who would buff your units. But as more features will be added in the game, which can be a month or 2, or 3, from now, when units start to outscale the damage mages do, then the buffing heroes will come into play, and take over everything else. So for free players, the blue guy is probably still one of the better free heroes, and for paid people, Sandro is one of the better heroes. Kilgar also can be good for a while with his stronghold compositions. But it all depends at what time in the server, and how strong your formation units are, and how much you have invested onto them. Everyone will say particular things are good, or bad. For example, many people say Demon is bad, because he underperforms for them. I ask them for their potential, and they show me 5 or so in all of them. And then I tell them, that is the reason. I can use my Demon as an example, and say that he has over 1200 plus shards in potential, and stays full HP with pretty much anything attacking him but spells. That is what investing means. Just making units 6 stars, is not investing into such. Upgrading their potential and other things, is what overpowers the units and makes them a lot better. So keep in mind, when you are starting a new server, you need to decide what formation you are going for. More or less, you should start doing that from 2 to 5 days in the server. As the longer you take, the more shards you use for various different factions, that you may end up not using at all. And the faster you decide, the faster you can get more rewards. The best faction for small spenders would most likely be Inferno, for whales, Necropolis, because they get a lot of their shards, but then you will need to swap out the faction later for something better. For average spenders, I would advise Stronghold or Inferno factions. Stronghold has their faction leader Kilgar in the game. Inferno, at the making of this video, does not have their faction leader in the game yet, named Zarin. For free-to-play players, getting Rodent shards from any free events that you see, is very much advised. As he is the only faction leader that is made free to play. I have made a few more videos regarding how you should spend your diamonds, play some events, formations, and plenty of other things on my channel. So if you want to know something more specific, feel free to enter my channel page and look for them. If you don't find what you need, feel free to drop by our Discord, that I will leave down in the description below, and ping me, Sin, the admin in the Discord with your question. As you can see here, the Discord has plenty of options for you to look at, and it is still improving from time to time, as we get more and more translations. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.